Hi, welcome to the Lifestyle Herbalist, the podcast where holistic wellness meets everyday living. I'm your host, Dabney-BS. I'm a registered dental hygienist, a clinical herbalist, and a certified health coach.
And I'm your co-host, Sabrina Cooper, a registered dental hygienist with a bachelor's in oral health promotion, a certified culinary nutritionist and herbalist, and a mindfulness and mindful eating coach. Together, we explore the intersection of holistic health, herbal wisdom, and joyful living. From plant-powered remedies to kitchen medicine, mindful moments, and conversations that feed the soul, we're here to help you feel vibrant, grounded, and inspired in your daily life. So steep a cup of something soothing, settle in, and let's grow well together one episode at a time, bringing you a healthy dose of happiness.
Welcome back to the Lifestyle Herbalist. This is actually the last podcast for the year. And as we close 2025, I wanted to invite you into a different kind of pause. Not the kind that rushes us toward resolutions or asks us to audit the year for wins or failures, but a quieter, more reverent pause, one that honors the year as a teacher. Because every season we live through leaves an imprint. And before we step forward, it's worth asking, what has this year been shaping within me? Personally, what stands out for me is the shift in my mind between trying to separate me being a dental hygienist from being a health coach and an herbalist. And so this year, I think I have been able to intertwine them and more holistically to help people understand their mouth and the rest of their body. So often we're taught to reflect from the mind alone, what we've accomplished, what didn't happen, what we wish we'd done differently. But wisdom doesn't live only in the mind. It actually lives in our body. It gives us our breath, our energy, our symptoms, our capacity to stay present, even within ourselves. When we reflect through this lens, the year softens, and it becomes less about judgment and more about listening. And so, what has your body been telling you that's been different? For me, I've been trying to understand the minerals in my body, and even though I take certain minerals, why it is that I'm not feeling better or if I'm feeling differently, even though I'm taking these things. So that has been a way that my body has been able to talk to me, and I've been trying to listen more diligently. Our body is in constant conversation with us, whether it's fatigue or vitality, tension or ease. These moments where it asks you to slow down, and others, it reminds us of your strength. These shifts are not inconveniences, they're really invitations. And the body never speaks without a purpose. It speaks to guide us back toward balance, towards safety, and towards truth. It's interesting because the people around me understand my need for zenning. I call it zenning, and that just means I need to sit by myself and just change my mindset or kind of work through the things that are going on in my mind, especially after a very busy, clinical, stressful day. And so when the people around us are aware, man, that is such a great benefit. And sometimes it's those people around us that can help me, give me a gentle nudge to say, why don't you take about 10 minutes, go zen, and then come back. I think you'll feel better. And that is so powerful because sometimes we get so in our heads that we just don't even think about what's actually happening around us. You might even notice that certain patterns just became more clearer for you in 2025. How stress settled in your system, how quickly you were able to override your own needs. And this happens to me. How much does your body respond when you finally rest, nourish it, or even say no? Awareness like this isn't meant to overwhelm you. It's really meant to empower us. Awareness is a beginning of a compassion, and compassion is what allows true healing to unfold. Emotionally and mentally, This year may have stretched your capacity in ways you didn't expect. Perhaps it asked you to sit with uncertainty longer than you wanted. Man, been there. That can be quite uncomfortable. Perhaps it brought endings that made space for something truer. Growth often feels like discomfort before it feels like clarity. And yet, within these moments, something in you was strengthening. Your discernment, your boundaries, your trust in yourself. I think for sure I have grown stronger in my boundaries with being able to show up for myself, to set my own boundaries, my priorities, and no is a full sentence. On a spiritual level, 2025 may have been about remembering how to listen to your intuition, remembering what alignment feels like in your body, remembering that peace doesn't come from forcing answers, but from honoring your timing. Alignment often arrives quietly, not as excitement, but as a sense of calm, steadiness, or an inner yes. As we turn our gaze toward 2026, I want to gently reframe how we think about the new year. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about integration. It's about allowing what you've learned to shape you so that you can move forward. What would it feel like to support your nervous system more intentionally? To have more rhythms, or feel more sustainable rather than draining? To let your goals arise from alignment instead of pressure. Instead of asking, what do you want to achieve next year? Consider asking, what do I want to feel grounded in? What am I ready to release? What does my body, mind, and spirit need to feel supported and safe? These questions don't require immediate answers, and they open space, and that space is where clarity can find us. Before we close, I want to offer a brief grounding practice, something you can return to anytime you feel pulled out of alignment. Take a moment to sit comfortably, letting your feet connect with the floor beneath you. If it feels safe, allow your eyes to close or soften. Begin by noticing your breath, not changing it, just observing. Feel the inhale gently expand your body, and the exhale soften you downward. Imagine roots extending from the soles of your feet deep into the earth. Steady, supportive, and grounded. With each exhale, allow something that no longer serves you from this year release into the ground. Tension, self-judgment, expectations you're ready to let go of. With each inhale, draw up steadiness, clarity, and trust. Let your body remember that it knows how to regulate, how to heal, and how to guide you forward. Silently, you might offer yourself this intention. I trust the wisdom I've gained. I move forward with awareness, compassion, and alignment. When you're ready, gently return your attention to the room around you. As we close this year together, remember this. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every moment carried information, growth, and wisdom. You don't need to fix yourself to move into 2026. You simply need to honor what this year revealed and allow it to guide you gently into what comes next. I want to take this moment to give gratitude for you, my listeners, who have been very committed to this podcast, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. Blessings to you as you end 2025 and you start 2026 with gratitude.